Locharne Castle, the Earl of Locharne's uncomfortable seat. The Earl and the castle have more in common than a name. The moat is overgrown, and the Earl is overdrawn. The pipes, like the Earl, are bust. In the olden days, the neighboring clansmen may have attacked with claymores, but nowadays, it's the neighboring tradesmen who attack with writs.
Where's the Earl?
Oh, you're unlucky he's not here today.
Maybe not, but we're here to see him just the same.
You can't come barging in here like the wind up a gully.
That's enough from you. We're here to see the Earl.
And we're not leaving until we get our money. As soon as he comes back, I'll get him to send you a cheque.
Which the bank will also send back.
This time it's cash we want. It's near on 3 years since I've had a penny piece for the past 6. And all the time he's had the brass neck to expect me to keep him supplied with all the whiskey he wants.
Don't lean on that chair. It's got a shoogly leg.
Unless he settles today, we'll put the bailiffs in.
You mean to say he'd have him turned out of his own castle?
You mean his creditor's castle?
For what it's worth.
We'll be well rid of him. I'd like to kick him from here to England.
It's too bad even for England.
What base talk is this? You traitors!
Traitors?
Traitors! Fools! Knaves! John Gilroy Locharne, 19th Earl, of whom you speak so treacherously, is the rightful King of Scotland, by direct lineal descent. And you miserable creatures come here to threaten him and to plot against him.
We've only come for our money.
You would betray him for gold. Renegades! May the blood of Culloden pour down on your heads. Begone, be off! Avance before I lay you low.
Well done, Miss Nicholson.
I only did my duty as one of your royal subjects to be.
And very effectively. A method to remember, Menzies.
For many years now, I've delved deeply into the archives of Scotland. It has been my life's work. At last, I'm poised on the brink of success. Ere long now, to the triumphant sound of silver trumpets, with you at the head of an avenue of banners on a black charger, I shall proudly witness the ceremony when you are proclaimed sovereign.
This was the moment I'd settle for half a sovereign. Menzies, get a stepladder, a hammer, and some nails round to the front door right away, will you?
Okay.
If you will give me an audience after breakfast, I'll bring you genealogical charts which will incontestably prove...
You're wasting your time, madam. Fate has decreed that my mission in life shall be that of a rural boarding house landlady. Boss, these signs I painted the other day, they've got to go up now. You've got to get some money from somewhere, somehow. Paying gifts is not enough.
Well, the first thing is to find more ways of economizing. Menzies will have to go.
Well, it'll mean a lot more extra work for you, won't it?
It'll save me running around after him to make sure he's done his work.
You're a remarkable woman, boss. Don't know what I'd do without you.
When do I get my breakfast?
Coming.
Oh, come along. I'm hungry. What's the cereal? Crispy flakes or toasty wheat?
Corny crunch.
You know, I never touch Corny Crunch. Does things to my... Change it.
Well, this is where we reach an all-time low.
It's Kempton Park today, sir. I was wondering, would you want anything on? I hear the Aga cans are snipped for the 2:30.
No, thanks. Your last snip went down.
But it was my money you lost.
And Menzies, you haven't got such a thing as a smoke, have you? How do you manage to afford such expensive cigarettes?
Well, I can't, but yon lodger, Mr. Blair, can. Take a fistful.
No, I can't, Menzies.
But go on, there's plenty more where these come from.
You know, I have a feeling we're going to miss you, Menzies.
Miss me?
Yes, I understand Dr. Anderson has offered you a job.
Uh-huh.
£4 a week.
4.10. And my stamps.
It's more than you get here.
I know.
And you get it, which is more than you do here.
I know.
But you've got to take it, aren't you?
Dear, are you trying to give me my notice?
Yes.
Well, just you stop that. I don't like it.
Oh, Menzies, come and take up Miss Nicholson's tray. In my present mood, she's the one who's going to get crowned.
Okay.
Oh, Menzies, if the old faggot wants to see me, tell her I plead the Catering Wages Act, will you?
Oh, Menzies, I'm terribly sorry about this, but Saturday week.
What's on then?
You're leaving.
Oh, for any favour, I wish you'd all stop and nattering on about me leaving. I've just told the Earl I'm fine where I am.
You know as well as I do, the Earl can't afford you.
I also know he can't afford to buy the stamps to bring my card up to date. And supposing I do go, who would scrounge the salmon and who would cope?
Oh, we'd cope.
Well, a woman coming in for 3 hours twice a week, and Jessie expect him. A fat lot of coping there would be.
Good morning, Mrs. Thompson.
They ought to put up a statue to that woman.
Oh, why?
She never talks.
Mingus, you know the situation as well as I do. I honestly don't think you can stay.
Are there no more lodgers booked?
I wish you wouldn't call them lodgers. They are lodgers, but there's no need to call them lodgers. No, there aren't.
Well, here, let's get this straight. 4 lodgers at 10 guineas a week. Now, that's 42 quid a week.
Do you realize what it costs the Earl to run this place? He pays out more than that in wages alone.
You interest me.
Why, didn't you get yours last week?
No.
The week before?
The week before you might call a gesture. £2 on account on the Friday.
Well, that's something.
You borrowed 3 from me on the Saturday.
Well, that's why you should stop being so big-headed and go and work for Dr. Anderson.
I've told you. I'm fine where I am.
It's coming to a pretty pass in this country when an employee refuses to accept notice when it's given to him.
Well, if it comes to that, why do you not clear out yourself?
Things certainly are grim.
Well, the great thing is not to lose our sense of humor.
Oh, Miss Trent, I'd like to speak to you for a moment. Oh, Miss Trent, I'm sorry, but it's that cistern. I haven't had a wink of sleep since I came here. When it's not going rumble, 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 it's going poggle, poggle, poggle the whole night.
And how do you expect it to go? Tantivy, tantivy, tantivy.
If you can have my bill ready by lunchtime, I'll be catching the afternoon train.
Miss Miller complaining about the cistern.
What about it?
It rumbles.
Fair enough. So does Miss Miller.
She says she's leaving today.
Bang goes 10 guineas.
Oh, come in. I'll put it down somewhere. Not on the charts. Mind the tree. Is this haddock?
Cake.
Oh,
What's this?
it's a genealogical tree.
A what?
A genealogical tree. Now look. You'll see it has its roots in antiquity. and
Okay,
not
don't
just-
bother. I can see it'd take a long time to explain. What's that hole in it?
Oh, that, alas, is where an entire branch was chopped off at some time.
During the fuel cuts, maybe.
Nevertheless, intensive collateral research has indicated that whatever happened to that branch never flourished. When this parchment is revealed, it will launch the greatest epoch in Scottish history. For because of what it proves, your master will soon be enthroned in Holyrood as King John.
If things go on the way they are, he'll soon be enthroned in Aberdeen jail as convict 99.
Hey, Locharne! Where's Locharne?
The Earl is at breakfast.
He was outside just now. I saw him.
Is there anything I can do?
My sheets are damp.
They were dry enough when I put them on.
Ah. Now, Locharne, I want a word with you.
Now, look, Mr. Blair, I don't mind making polite conversation with the lodgers at feeding time.
I'm not here to make polite
I
conversation.
don't even mind playing clock golf with you, despite the fact that you develop a hacking cough whenever your opponent is about to putt.
What? What's that?
But as far as the guests are concerned, there is one room that's out of bounds, and this is it. Even the landlady's entitled to her quiet moments.
As far as I'm concerned, you can have an eternity of quiet moments. I'm leaving for the afternoon train. Good morning, landlady. Timetable with me. I'd have been all right, but if you did that.
Bang goes another 10 guineas. Not to mention the cigarettes. Thank you, boss. Well, no egg.
No egg.
Aren't we laying?
In company with Miss Nicholson, Miss Miller, Mrs. Thompson, and Mr. Blair, the hens are feeling the cold.
Well, they got fires in their rooms, haven't they? The lodgers, I mean.
They have fireplaces.
Oh, very funny. Porky's sense of humor.
Who's it from?
Her Majesty's Collector of Taxes.
How much? 35 shillings, sir.
There we are.
You may keep the change.
Thank you, sir.
All goes down to expenses.
If only I could get rid of the place.
You might try offering it to the nation.
Yes, I doubt if the nation, even in its present confused condition, would accept it. No, I'm afraid our only hope is that idiot woman from Denver, Colorado.
Mrs. Dunne.
Mrs. J. Clodfelter Dunne.
We haven't heard from her for ages.
Do you remember the times she used to write regularly, saying their ancestors were Locharne? Their one ambition was to live here. Even when I sent her a postcard of the place, she still wanted to live in it.
Maybe she's been locked up by now.
Yes, well, anyone with a name like Mrs. J. Clodfelter Dunne deserves to be locked up.
There's a man to see you, sir.
What? Who is it?
Oh, it's okay. It's not a tradesman.
Arthur Phillips, National Coal Board? What does the Coal Board want to see me about?
Perhaps he's come to collect the coal bill.
Not even the Coal Board would send a man all the way from London to collect £8 2 and 4 pence.
5 pence.
5 pence. What's he like?
Oh, he's got striped trousers and a briefcase. Looks kind of ominous.
Show him into the banqueting hall, will you, Mingus?
Okay.
Perhaps you should get married.
Who to?
Even in these days, there must be wealthy women who'd be only too glad to marry a title.
Now, look, boss, if you ever see me on a moonlight night after a couple of drambuies trapped in the corner of the conservatory with an attractive blonde, barge right in and start talking about the Russians.
I'll make a note of it.
Sire,
Madame?
I hope you're ready to receive me in audience.
I'm about to receive in audience a gentleman from the coal board.
Oh.
You never know, he might get some coke for the boiler.
I await your pleasure, sire.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Do forgive me, I'm eating an apple.
That's all right.
Would you like one?
No, thank you.
No trouble to get you one.
It's perfectly all right, thank you. I received no answer to my letter, so I assumed the date and time of the appointment I suggested were convenient.
Well, as a matter of fact, I haven't had your letter.
Oh?
No, our worthy postmistress, Miss Craig's, remarkably quick on the draw at steaming the letters open. But where the old girl falls down is the time she takes to seal them up again.
Oh, there.
Won't you sit down?
Thank you. By the way, I mean no disrespect. I hope you don't mind me not addressing you as your grace or my lord or whatever it is. You see, I'm a socialist. I hope a practical socialist. I don't believe in titles.
Yes, quite all right, old chap. Neither do I. I hope you don't mind if I get on with the spot of work. It's my day for the silver. Would you...
Oh, yes, certainly. Thank you.
My waist is lower down.
I beg your pardon.
It's quite all right. Also, some of you chaps don't seem averse to the odd title.
Honours bestowed are vastly different from honours bequeathed, sir.
True enough, they don't come garnished with death duties. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
May I offer you? No, I can't. Well, now, Mr. Phillips, what can I do for you?
You will have seen from my card that I represent the National Coal Board. I should perhaps add that I'm an industrial psychologist.
You what?
An industrial psychologist.
You know, it's in between the prongs that are the worst bits, don't you think?
My department is mainly concerned with miners' welfare.
Oh, yes, I know what you mean. Pithead baths and compulsory attendances at Sybil Thorndyke and the Trojan women, right?
Rather more than that, I hope. We are interested in this property.
In Locharne?
Yes.
You don't mean there's coal on the estate?
Not so far as I'm aware. Is there?
I wish there was. Only got a couple of sacks to last us to the end of the month.
You misunderstand me. We're interested in taking over Locharne as a hostel.
Is it what?
A hostel for the miners, their wives, their dependents. We find that, say, a fortnight in the country and surroundings such as these works wonders. Morale is heightened, targets are surpassed, absenteeism is cut down. Statistics prove it.
Statistics will prove anything you like. I read some the other day that proved that we're better fed now than at any time since Heather with the wake. But that doesn't stop us wanting a rump steak cooked in butter, does it?
If I may say so, sir, and I mean no disrespect, you represent the old-fashioned type of feudal employer whose era has gone.
Yes, well, I can't say I feel much like one at the moment. Would you say that was clean?
Yes, perfectly.
Now, look, Mr. Phillips, is this a gag? Do you really want Locharne as a hostel?
Subject to the property being found suitable.
Well, it's the ideal place for you. 48 bedrooms.
Running water in all.
In some cases, just down the walls. Banqueting hall, enormous library. The great hall would make a magnificent ballroom.
That's useful. We organize intensive programs of community recreation and instruction in these hostels. You know, discussion groups, lectures, demonstrations, and so on.
Subtle fellows, you psychologists.
How so, sir?
I'm just beginning to get the idea. You find that after a fortnight of that sort of thing, the miners are ruddy well thankful to get back to the pits. Oh, I feel I should mention we have a family ghost.
Family ghost, eh? Just another relic of feudal superstition.
Excuse me one moment, will you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Ermyntrude. Chilly, isn't it? Just the ghost. She was my grandfather's mistress. I do hope the coal board will have no objection. I understand she was a Liberal. Now, look after yourself. I'll be back in a jiffy. Boss, that Phillips fellow wants to buy Locharne.
What?
He wants to buy the joint.
He must be an escaped lunatic.
No, just a civil servant. They want it for the coal board. You know what government departments are. Money's no object.
There must be a catch in it.
What do you mean, catch? Now, look, boss, come in and watch me get a nice fat price.
I'll believe it when I see the check.
Mr. Phillips? Miss Trent.
How do you do?
Miss Trent more or less runs the estate. I thought we ought to have her on hand in case you wanted any notes taken regarding details of the sale.
Sale?
Yes, of Locharne to the coal board.
We don't intend to buy it.
What?
We intend to requisition it.
To requisition?
But you can't.
Oh, we can. We have the powers, you know.
Indeed, I question that.
The point is that you're occupying a very small part of a very large private residence.
But this isn't a private residence, it's a hotel.
Yes.
I wasn't aware of that.
Of course you weren't aware of it. It's not the first mistake the coal board have made. Why, Locharne is a flourishing concern.
Flourishing?
Yes, flourishing. In the Regent Palace of the Northeast.
You keep your guests hidden very successfully. I've seen none.
It's all very well for you to have your doubts, but I can prove to you that he's a direct descendant of the young pretender. It doesn't surprise me. He's been pretending to have that sister seen to for weeks.
I'm leaving this confounded place immediately after lunch. If anyone wants to lift, pack your bags at once.
You see, Mr. Phillips, the place is swarming with happy, contented guests.
I should hardly describe 3 as a swarm.
My dear Phillips, if we only had 3 people in a place this size, we'd be bankrupt in a week, wouldn't we, Miss Trent?
We will.
We will. We would. Now, you better wait here and pay close attention to what the Earl's going to tell you. Oh, just you stop that.
Of course you'll receive adequate compensation.
There's a party to be shown round, sir. About 30 bobs worth. Just a minute, Menzies. Excuse me one moment, Mr. Phillips, will you? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Locharne Castle, around which it'll be my pleasure to conduct you, at your own risk. Charge of 2 and 6 a head, which I shall now collect, will go towards providing my father, the 18th Earl, with a more comfortable grave in which to turn. Half price only on Fridays.
You might like to join the party that's being shown over the castle.
Thank you. I'd like nothing better.
Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Phillips would like to be one of the party.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be the life and soul of it. Half a crown, please.
Half a crown?
For the Earl's welfare.
All goes down to expenses.
To make it yourself. We're now in the Great Hall. The portraits you see on the wall are those of my ancestors. The one on the extreme left here is the 3rd Earl. And judging by the amount of loot he brought back home, he was one of the most successful crusaders ever to be posted overseas.
Yes?
I'm Mrs. Dunne.
Dunne?
Right.
Not Mrs. J. Clodfelter Dunne.
Right.
Of Denver, Colorado.
Right again. Can I come in?
Why, certainly.
Okay for the chauffeur to bring in the baggage?
Yes, of course. It's a long time since we heard from you.
I decided to stop writing to you about the castle and come and see it for myself.
You're still thinking of buying it, then?
That's why I'm here. Is the Earl around?
The Earl. I'll just go and see. Make yourself comfortable.
Well, take your time. Oh. Are you a relation?
No, I'm employed here.
One of the hired help.
That's right.
The 14th Earl, one of the staunchest supporters of Bonnie Prince Charlie.
Looks like David Niven to me. Isn't it perishing cold in this place?
Compared with Locharne, for comfort and convenience, the average jail is a palace. Well. Do you wish to join the party?
Delighted.
Come along up, will you? Make way, ladies and gentlemen. My dear lady. Come along, everybody. This way. American?
Right.
Good, sir. Excuse me one moment. Now, we're all here. Good. Now, the first thing that will strike you about Locharne Castle is the appalling state of disrepair the place has fallen into. And this is due not only to the ravages of time, but also to my forebears' fondness for wine and what goes with it. Not to mention the insatiable demands of the tax collectors. Dry rot abounds. You see that, Mr. Phillips? All the ceilings are liable to fall in at any moment. Take a look at this one here.
Easily put right.
That's what you think. You should see the report of the architect I called in recently. So sorry, Mr. Phillips, but you've been warned. I know an American.
You don't say.
Don't exactly know her. We've been corresponding. Her name's Dunne.
Is that so?
Yes, Mrs. J. Clodfelter Dunne. Imagine going through life with a name like Clodfelter.
Imagine.
If she claims to be a descendant of my family, which proves that she's a crackpot. Look at this man.
You don't know what she looks like?
Oh, well-preserved, 60, blue rinse, outside bust, shops by post at Macy's, this way.
Ermyntrude, are you there? Oh, good. Now listen, the Earl's in terrible trouble. But if you respond to him as you were of his grandfather, maybe you can help. Eh? Oh, goody, goody.
Now, behind this wall is a sealed-up dungeon where Alexander the Sixth Earl had his wife's tongue cut out. I understand he lived happily ever after.
Now, you can't mistake the gout. He's got striped trousers, a face like a rabbit, and the air of a man who's drunk with power.
Most castles boast a haunted room. Well, this one's haunted all over. We're now in the room where she, so to speak, hangs out.
Oh, I wouldn't like to be in here after dark.
Yes, well, actually, our ghost works a 24-hour day.
Do you mean to say you can see it in the daytime?
Oh, yes, she hasn't been unionized yet, poor thing. Ha, ha, ha.
What's this?
Do you know Phillips has been in the family since 1696? To 1952. Now, Phillips, I want you to look at the ceiling here. I think you'll find this exhilarating. Poor old Phillips, I'm so sorry, but you seem determined to learn the hard way that you're wasting your time with Locharne. Sorry to disturb you, Ermyntrude, but needs must, you know. You going to faint?
I guess not.
Pity.
Let's get out of here.
That's the double.
Women and children first. Straight ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Mind how you go. Thank you, Ermyntrude. You've done splendidly. And so we say farewell to ancient Locharne as the noonday sun floods its historic walls with gold. Rather good, don't you think? That reminds me, gratuitous service greatly received.
A mouse.
Oh, yes, the place is infested with them. Well, now, Mr. Phillips, I take it you'll be catching the 3:30.
Not at all.
You're still thinking of requisitioning Locharne, are you?
Certainly.
But my dear misguided old coal merchant, you've seen the state the place is in. Why, the only thing that's holding it up is the ivy.
It can soon be put right.
I beg of you, Mr. Phillips, think of the miners' welfare. Want to see Locharne in the winter? It's very cold. Do you know it's so cold that she haunts in a muffler?
Nevertheless, I've quite decided to remain here for a day or two.
The terms are 15 guineas a week.
Perfectly all right. All goes down to expenses.
No wonder Carol's the price it is. The Menzies. Sir? Show this gentleman into the Macduff room, will you?
Is that the room that's supposed to be haunted?
Not yet. This way, sir. Well, well. I thought you, too, had fled from the mice.
Me? Run from mice?
You're not in a hurry, I hope.
No. I can afford to spend as much time as I need. Who's he?
Ninth Earl, hanged for sheep stealing.
And him?
Hamish, the Fifth Earl, killed in the lowlands.
By the enemy?
No, drink. That reminds me. What about a little drink and a chat in the library, eh?
I have a room ready for you if you'd like to come and register. Mrs. Dunne?
I'll be right with you.
Dunne?
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Dunne?
Why, yes. In full, Mrs. James Clodfelter Dunne.
Mrs. Dunne wants some iced water.
Oh, these foreigners. They're all the same with their fancy carry-ons. Besides, we haven't got any.
On you go now. There was an inch and a half ice in the horse trough this morning. Go and get it when you're told.
I'll take her coffee up if it's ready, Mingus.
Okay, it's on the hand.
Oh, Mingus, fill the vases, will you? The laird ordered flowers.
I've lit a fire in her room, and McGregor's taken up some more logs.
Good.
It'll have to be salmon for dinner. The salmon fishing season's over.
There's no need to be technical, Jessie.
I'll see what she wants.
Don't worry, I'll go.
In.
Why, Earl, I didn't mean you should come yourself.
For me?
No, the valet. And these?
Thank you.
Well, I guess that's all right now. There is a valet, isn't there?
Well, it's the same man who does the silver, actually.
I guess the help you need to run an outfit this size must take some finding.
Yes, I doubt if you'd find him if you searched the entire building. I say, that's very pretty.
Sapphires and diamonds.
Really? I do hope you're going to be comfortable here.
Well, thanks. I just hope that four-poster doesn't give me nightmares, though. I had enough of them when I was with Jimmy.
Jimmy?
My ex-husband.
Ex?
Yeah. I divorced him a couple of years ago. He got a little tired of my Scottish ancestors. He said my family went back no further than some Latter-day Saints in Utah, but then he never had an appreciation of the romantic.
So you find Locharne romantic, eh?
Very.
Well, perhaps you'd like me to show you around after lunch.
I'd love it.
We might even take a gun out. Do you do any shooting in Colorado?
Mostly crabs.
Good show.
You know, you're not a bit like I expected.
Oh, really?
No. I thought you'd be about 80 with a purple face and a big white mustache. Are you married?
Good heavens, no.
You surprised me.
Oh, I can't even keep my... I'd probably have a crack at it one day, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. We'll have a drink to that before lunch, shall we?
Splendid. Splendid.
When do we raise the standard?
Of what?
The Jacobite standard. Rally the clans. Sound the people. Set the fiery cross ablaze from Joppa to Johnagrouts. I feel the positive reincarnation of Flora MacDonald herself. What's for lunch?
Mince.
Oh. Now, no turning back. Remember the 45. Press on.
I'm about to do so.
Since when have you been a lady's maid?
Since the arrival of a lady from America who may buy Locharne, she's gonna get service. God bless America, and especially Marshall Aid. I tell you, boss, if Mrs. J. Clodfelter does a deal, then rot old man Phillips and the entire coal board.
Aren't you going to find it a little awkward having them both here at the same time?
Why?
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've been giving Mr. Phillips the impression that Locharne's practically unfit for human habitation. Now you want to convince Mrs. Dunne it's the castle of her dreams.
You leave that to me. I don't think Phillips will be with us very long. Tell me, boss, how do I press these? Up the front or down the seats?
I shouldn't be too sure about Mr. Phillips.
You wait. One night in the Macduff room, he'll be asking what time the milk train leaves in the morning. Why, that room hasn't been slept in since Queen Victoria came over for a good laugh at the West Wing.
If you're going to keep up the pretense of running the Regent Palace of the Northeast, you're going to look mighty short of guests. Especially now Mr. Blair and Miss Miller have gone.
Don't you be so sure they have gone.
Well, they left to catch the 3:30 from Aberdeen.
It doesn't necessarily follow that they're going to catch it, does it?
Where's that bounder Locharne?
I'll fetch your bags in for you. Thanks, Jock.
Hey, Locharne! Locharne!
Now what?
Where the blazes are you?
Oh, I thought you were catching the afternoon train.
So did we.
The car broke down, just gave up the ghost. Jock Hebbard had to tow us back.
I've an idea this is a put-up job.
I thought I'd escaped from that dreadful cistern.
Ming is the cistern.
Don't follow me, madam. I'm going to have a good swear. And when I start, I can go on for 20 minutes without repeating myself.
Well done, Mingies. Remind me to pay you some of the money I owe you.
We'll be needing a salmon for tonight, Mingies.
Yes, what about taking Mr. Phillips with you, eh?
What would I want to take him for?
I thought you might drop him in the drink.
What do you shoot around here?
My neighbor's grouse and creditors if they come in range. Tighter into your shoulder. Is that comfortable?
It's wonderful.
That's right. Now watch carefully. And horse. Beginner's luck.
What was the idea of those gags this morning? The plaster and the mice, etc.?
Well, the idea was to give Phillips a bad impression.
Yeah? Tell me, this, Mr. Phillips, is he really after Locharne?
I'm afraid so.
I just can't see him as a great big Scottish laird.
Well, he's not for himself. He's acting on behalf of a concern.
Oh, what sort of a concern? Business people?
Not exactly. They're in coal, you know.
They own mines?
They do now.
Can they afford a place like Locharne?
Oh, yes. Ever since they've discovered a way of painting slate black, they've made a fortune.
I guess they took evasive action.
No, you haven't reloaded.
Which hole do you put them in?
Allow me, will you?
Well, gee, I didn't hurt them, did I?
What relation are you to Annie Oakley?
I'm not. But my ex-husband once worked in Chicago.
He did.
That was before he became the Dunne of Dunne's Denver Delicatessen. My ex-husband controls the largest chain of delicatessen stores in the South. Or did.
Did?
Well, I have a 51% holding.
This is a nice size to have, don't you think?
I find it so. He gave me 20% when we got engaged. Another 20% is a wedding present, and my attorney settled for 11% along with the alimony when we got divorced. He was so mad when he added it up and finally came to 51, he wouldn't even attend a board meeting. Arithmetic never was Jimmy's strong suit.
So you really are very rich.
Well, I think I'll be able to put in a bid against Mr. Phillips and his concerns.
Do you mind? I'll go and help the dogs.
Okay. You do that.
Hey, you, Locharne!
Hello, Major.
What the devil do you think you're doing, eh?
through, you know.
Well, you keep to your own blasted estate, what's left of it, and I'll keep to mine. What was that?
I didn't hear anything.
Maybe you heard that.
Perhaps it's a little backfiring on the road, Major.
Earl!
Nice to see you, Major.
Earl, you never told me Locharne was an aviary. You just can't miss.
Run.
What?
Run.
Well...
Why, you're down. And if I catch that fellow Menzies on my stretch of the river again, I'll have the law on the pair of ye.
Wheesht. Last. Can you know wheesht when you're told to wheesht? Look.
But I thought... I thought one used the rod.
Some folk might. Oh, there's your supper.
Ready?
Hey! Run!
I beg your pardon?
Run, you dolt!
Put down that fish, you damn scoundrel!
Are you addressing me, my good man? Fine day, Constable.
Hey. That's a bony fish you've got there.
What's that?
I say, that's a bony fish you've got there.
Oh, this. Oh, yes, extremely bonny.
Aye. It'll be about, an 18-pounder.
As much as that?
Oh, Clive, it'll go all of 18 pounds.
Yes, I imagine so, Constable.
Huh? What did you catch 'em with?
What's that?
I said, what did you catch 'em with?
Thing here. Thought it how it goes, really.
Name?
Don't worry, Phillips, old chap. You leave the whole thing to me. I'm on the bench. You probably only get 7 days.
7 days?
Bless you. Well, here's mud in your eye.
Thank you. I've got sufficient on my trousers.
Now, look, you nip upstairs and have a nice hot bath before dinner.
I'd like to have our business discussion as soon as possible.
Later. You wouldn't like dinner served in your room, would you? Be no trouble to have it sent over.
And what would you use? The St. Bernard?
Bless you. Menzies, charge Phillips up with half a bottle of beer, will you? By the way, you play the pipes, don't you?
Oh, well, I wouldn't go so far.
Mrs. Dunne was telling me that she's looking forward to the real Highland atmosphere at dinner. You know, pipers playing and so on.
But I haven't played since I was in the boys' brigade.
Yes, we've got between now and 7:30 to brush up on Locharne's lament and make it good, will you? Well, now, Mrs. Dunne. Now, Mrs. Dunne, you've seen all over the estate. What do you think of Locharne?
I think it stinks. Oh, I guess something could be done with it, but you had me a little worried by what you said about the dry rot this
No,
morning.
that was for Phillips' benefit. With the possible exception of Miss Miller, there isn't a single piece of dry rot in the place. Beat it.
What?
It's nothing, no.
And those drains you spoke about?
I assure you the drains are perfectly all right. They're put in by the same people who put the drains in at Balmoral. You've never heard of them having trouble with the drains over there, have you?
I guess not. Hello there. Oh, had a nice walk. We ran most of the way.
Nothing happened while you've been away, boss.
Not a thing. Apart from cleaning the silver that you left and washing up the lunch things, helping Miss Miller with her crossword puzzle and listening to Miss Nicholson's plans for you to fight Bannockburn all over again, fending off infuriated tradesmen and trying to sweep this putting course. I found time lying heavily on my hands.
Never mind, boss. We've got plenty of grouse for dinner.
In that case, will you excuse me? I shall have to start plucking.
She's crazy about you, isn't she?
Who, boss? Good heavens, no.
She is. Why not marry the gal? If it doesn't work out, you can always do what I did.
What did you do?
Went to Reno and sued for mental cruelty. Said my husband whistled in bed.
And did he?
Oh, that was my story, and I stuck to it.
Yes, well, over here we stress the moral rather than the musical side.
Lover!
Oh, I wish you wouldn't keep bobbing up and down like a yo-yo. Miss Nicholson, you haven't met Mrs. Dunne.
Oh, how do you do?
How do you do?
One of the Monshire Dunnes.
Miss Nicholson is absolutely convinced that I'm the rightful king of Scotland.
Well, so you are.
She'll probably find that you're directly descended from Robert the Bruce.
On the spider side, I guess.
Oh, so you're a student of Scottish history. How interesting. I've given my life to it. As a girl, I had a momentous decision to make. Should my career be mountaineering, falconry, or history? I was equally proficient in all three subjects. But I chose history, which is fortunate indeed, sire, for you.
Oh, indeed.
Scotland.
My ancestors were Scottish.
Were they really now?
Sure. Way back, they were Locharnes.
Which side? The Locharnes or the Locharnes?
I wouldn't know. One of them was accused of being a traitor to the Jacobite cause.
Oh, Mrs. Dunne. Jacobite.
Anyway, he escaped to New England dressed up as a chambermaid. He was supposed to have murdered a nun in Inverness.
The nonconformist branch of the family, obviously.
That was probably Black Locharne. 1772. He was the sole issue of the 12th Earl and Janet Kilfinnan, on the wrong side of the blanket letter.
No need to go into all that, is there?
Oh, but it's absorbingly interesting. We must look you up in the family album.
I wish you would. I have a special reason for wanting to be sure I really am a Locharne.
Oh, you leave that to me. If I happen to your lineal ancestry traced back to the reign of King Malcolm I before dinner, my name isn't Veronica Hapgood Nicholson.
Is it?
Certainly. What's for dinner?
The salmon.
Boiled or grilled?
Poached.
After dinner, I'm taking the bus into Aberdeen. I've called a meeting of the Jacobite Society to tell them the great news. You ought to be there. They'll want to pay you homage.
Before anyone starts paying homage, would you mind paying a little attention to the Brussels sprouts? I'm going up to change.
Sometimes it's a fairy tale that makes a dream come true. December's gray can turn to May, and the world just seems to smile at you. When spring seems to be dawning, and you sing every morning, and it seems you're walking on the ceiling. You've got the feeling, there goes your heart. When trees murmur about you, as the breeze whispers, I love you. When you're plucking petals from a daisy, and dreams are crazy, there goes your heart. And when you're frolicking head over heels, the thrill it reveals, how lovely it feels. It's then you find you're singing a song and swinging along in a dream. For love changes the weather when love brings you together, and you never find yourself complaining because it's raining heavens above. There goes your heart, and you're in love.
Jailbird.
I'm looking for Locharne.
This is it.
I mean the Earl.
Oh, he was in the bathroom.
Having a bath?
I wouldn't care to commit myself on that. He was in the bathroom, he was singing, and I heard splashing. I've no definite proof, but it all seems to add up.
I ask because I wish to inquire about the hot water.
What about it?
Well, there isn't any.
Huh? Menzies boiled some kettles to take the chill off mine.
It's a question of taking the chill off. There is none.
Why, couldn't you find a bathroom? A bathroom?
Well, I found a room with a bath in it.
Oh, I'm sorry you couldn't find any water. But I bet you could use a drink. Do you think if you rang that bell, someone would bring us one?
I doubt it.
Quite a place, isn't it?
Certainly is.
My ex-husband was right. He always said I was a sucker for the romantic.
You find Locharne romantic, do you?
I think he's a honey.
This time I was referring to the castle.
What's that?
The bell.
What are you doing with it?
It came away.
Mr. Phillips, you just don't know your own strength.
Nonsense. The whole place is falling to pieces.
But the Earl told me you were thinking of taking it.
I am.
Is that so?
Why, are you?
Yep.
Really?
Of course, the place needs a lot of money spent on it. I'd say around $250,000.
It would be immoral to spend anything like $250,000 on this property for the benefit of one individual.
You a socialist?
Yes, I am.
I'm sorry, I had no idea. You look so respectable.
Good evening, Mrs. Dunne.
Good evening.
Who's been mucking about with the ornaments?
So I have, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's all right, then. Could you go a wee dram, Mrs. Dunne?
Why, sure could, Menzies, thanks.
What's that?
Bell? What are you doing with the bell? Came away.
Oh, but charging your bill, mind. Now, Mrs. Dunne, gin and French or Scotch? I recommend the Scotch.
Why?
The French is British.
Then I'll have Scotch. A small one, please, Menzies. What's the matter?
If all these Atlantic packs are to go through, you Yanks will have to learn to speak the King's English. And Menzies is pronounced Mingus.
Why?
Oh, don't ask me, it just is.
In that case, why aren't Mackenzies pronounced McKingies?
Mingies, Mr. Phillips is having a little trouble with his back.
Did you not get your towel? Yes, thank you very much. But up to now, it hasn't been much use. Why not? There's no hot water.
Oh, no. You see, if somebody's having a bath on yon side of the castle, the water doesn't run over your way.
I think Mr. Phillips would like a drink, please, Mingies.
Gin and French.
I'd like a little whiskey, if you don't mind. Don't drown it.
Thank you. Will you pay for it now, or will I put it down your bill?
Yeah, Clive.
What on earth's that thing?
It's a claymore. I'm taking it with me to Aberdeen to show the Jacobites. It was used by the 9th Earl at the Battle of Sheriff Muir. Perhaps, who knows, while Rob Roy was changing his bricks. And used, judging by the state of the blade, to considerable effect. Look.
Oh, don't be daft. That wasn't the 9th Earl, that's Jessie. She used it twice a week to chop sticks.
Oh.
Gin and French.
Yes, please. Mrs. Dunne, great news. The connecting link between the Locharnes and the American limb of the clan is as plain as the nose on Mr. Phillips's face. Plainer.
You mean I am a Locharne?
Incontestably. I've got the whole thing here. I'll show you at dinner. Thanks. Slunch.
Slunch.
Too little gin, too much French. Mr. Phillips, I intend to rally the moribund bureaucracy of Whitehall to the cause.
What cause?
The Jacobite cause. What's that?
The bell from over there.
Oh, stop fidgeting with it and put it away. I understand that you represent a government department.
The coal board, madam.
And that your activities extend to Scotland.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Well, they won't very much longer.
My?
Anything wrong?
Why, no. It's just that you look like $1 million.
For the moment, I prefer to look at $1 million, but thanks all the same.
What's that you've got?
Family album. Before becoming one of the family, I thought you ought to see what we look like.
I am one of the family. Miss Nicholson's just checked up on me.
Yes, for one look at this rogues gallery, you'll probably want to keep it quiet.
Shall we sit?
Yeah, well, if I can. Haven't worn this one since the Braemar gathering of 1939.
That's you.
How do you know?
It's very like you.
Well, you've never seen me lying stark naked on a bearskin rug.
John, 1800 and what?
1800 and nothing. 18 months. My age when the picture was taken.
John. You know, I like the name, John.
What's yours?
Imelda.
Imelda. Charming.
Oh, you're having a good laugh at the relics. Did you see that picture of the Earl and Miss Trent winning the three-legged race at Ballater Sports? It's the best one in the whole book. I took it myself.
No fooling.
Yes, it was rather good.
Who's this?
My Aunt Hilda at the end of a day's shoot. Quite a remarkable bag, what?
Well, she certainly is.
No, I was referring to the grouse.
I can't get over a nice guy like you not being married.
Worries you, does it?
Well, it sure does. What a waste of manpower.
Anything to please you, Imelda. I'll start looking around.
Well, you don't have far to look. Surely.
I just heard something very interesting about the Russian.
What a beautiful dress.
Do you like it?
Oh, I think it's wonderful. I saw one just like it in a fashion magazine before I left home. Was it Dior?
No. Quite inexpensive. A little woman in the village ran it up for me. We've been browsing through the relics.
Yes. I was just about to tell John when you came in.
Tell whom?
The Earl.
Oh?
I finally decided. I'm going to buy Locharne.
What?
I'm going to buy Locharne.
now. Thank you, Mingus. Oh, well, Mr. Blair, will you take Miss Nicholson and Miss Miller in, please?
Oh, can't I take... Oh, never mind.
Boss, will you take in Mr. Phillips?
Certainly. You're taking in Mrs. Dunne, are you?
Mrs. Thompson, you haven't met Mrs. Dunne?
Happy to know you.
And Mr. Phillips? How are you this evening? Very sad about Mrs. Thompson. She hasn't said a word since her parrot died.
We say grace.
Oh. So sorry. Beg your pardon.
Please, Mingus.
Some hae meat and can eat, and some would eat but want it. But we hae meat and we can eat, and say the Lord be thanked.
That's cute.
That's Robert Burns, ma'am.
Thank you, Mingus.
Okay, you can start now. If you dish up that salmon before I'm through with Locharne's lament, I'll melt you.
Oh, sick a clish McCleaver and a carry-on.
Hey, who's the dirty old Viking?
That's my father.
Oh. What's that he's holding in his lap, a Pekingese?
Now, that's his sporran. Very comforting in cold weather.
Locharne's Lament. A tune that never fails to make my flesh tingle. Don't you agree, Mr. Phillips?
My flesh has been tingling ever since I arrived here. May I offer you the...
Oh.
Do you mean you keep a piper especially to play at dinner?
Oh, that's nothing. My father, the dirty old Viking, used to have the Aberdeen Philharmonic up there on special occasions.
They must have played for love.
Cucumber.
No, I did not. Cucumber, indeed. You'd think the moderator of the Church of Scotland were here for his dinner.
Another crack like that, and you'll no be here to see the end of this banquet.
Oh, oui. And now, Mrs. Dunne, your ancestry. Do you mind, Mr. Blair?
No, but the chart's in the butter.
Thank you. Now, here we are. Hamish Locharne of Locharne, 1712-1768, that did flee the wrath of the Jacobites, and after many bonny fests...
What are bonny fests?
Rough houses. Took shippy for the Americas and there abode. God rest his soul.
That's the boy. Took shippy for the Americas.
What about the other brother?
Yes, the one who broke into a girls' boarding school.
All here, plain as a pikestaff. Angus Locharne of Locharne. He was, of course, Locharne the Black. That did commit bloody murder in Inverness and escape at the gallows in the petticoats of a common...
Very interesting. Go on, go on.
And did join with the brother Hamish and thereafter left his kinsman in peace.
And you mean they really were my ancestors?
Indisputably. Their sons, of whom there appears to have been an unnecessarily large number, moved south to Arizona and carried on the Locharne family tradition by becoming cattle rustlers.
Well, I feel very proud.
You, Mrs. Dunne, are a direct descendant of Hector Gilroy Locharne, who was lynched by an infuriated mob in Dallas, Texas in 1864.
That was just before my time.
But that's wonderful.
I think a toast to the latest and loveliest Locharne. Here stay us wars like us, damn few, and they're all deed.
Oh, Bobby Burns again.
Robert Burns, ma'am.
No, it's an old Scottish toast. Translated roughly into your language, it means, get hep who's on the level, a hell of a few, and they're all stiffs. Imelda.
Mrs. Dunne.
Mrs. Dunne.
Well, I guess that settles it. I wouldn't let Locharne slip through my fingers now, not for all the coal sales.
Would you like a little more salmon, Mr. Phillips?
No, thank you.
Mrs. Dunne's buying the castle.
Oh, I told you she was glated. Here. Your whiskers.
Oh.
Miss Nicholson, you've no idea what a kick I'm going to get out of this.
I think so. Before Mrs. Dunne makes any more definite plans, we have a little business to discuss.
What was that?
I said...
What was that, Mr. Phillips?
I said we have a little business to discuss.
Margaret!
I may have to leave here early in the morning.
Oh, no. Must you go, Mr. Phillips?
I'd like to get everything settled after dinner.
Yes, well, I think everything's pretty well settled now. Eh, Melda? MacDonald!
A toast to the cause. Charge your glasses, and to drink to the day when the pibroch will sound, and the clans gather again round the house of Stuart, coupled with the name of Locharne. Come along, Mr. Blair. You too, Mr. Phillips.
Right.
Everyone on your chairs. The cause.
Well, I put the glasses on your bill, Miss Nicholson. I'll charge them separately.
Separately.
Imelda.
Uh-huh.
Now, look, if I can stall Phillips until the morning, what about nipping into Aberdeen tonight, seeing my solicitor, and getting the whole thing fixed up right away?
Well, wonderful. Let's go. And let's take our time, huh?
Mingus. Sir? Have you been listening?
Oh, me, sir?
Now, look, Mingus, Mrs. Dunne and I are going into Aberdeen. Ring Duncan's right away and order a car, will you?
Okay. Is he to wait and bring you back or not?
If you mean what I think you mean, can you imagine me doing anything like that?
Yes.
Where's Miss Nicholson?
Gone to Aberdeen to raise the Jacobite standard. Black or white?
Black, please, no sugar. And Miss Miller?
I think she's reading up on systems in a plumbing manual.
Thanks. Why does the Earl call you boss?
I suppose he thinks I boss him. I don't.
Will you mind leaving Locharne?
Well, it's funny. We've laughed and joked about this place for so long.
But?
I have a feeling when I leave it for the last time, I'll very probably cry.
Then why leave? I'm going to need someone around to help run the place. It obviously ought to be you.
No, thank you. I think when the Earl goes, I shall go.
You mean you'll be going with the Earl?
If he wants me to.
I guess you think I'm a pretty interfering woman. Maybe what I'm going to say will confirm that opinion. If I were you, I wouldn't bank too much on the Earl.
Is there an American meaning for the word bank, which we don't have over here?
You're in love with him, aren't you?
Yes.
Is he in love with you?
No.
This is none of my business, but I think you'll have to face the possibility that when you leave this place for the last time, you may be leaving not only Locharne the place, but also...
Thank you. I am facing that.
There's one other thing you're going to have to face.
Oh, what's that?
I've got a bankroll, but right now I'm minus a husband.
Bless you. What about a spot of brandy?
Thank you. The car's here.
Thank you, Mingus.
It's not the Daimler. That's way to our funeral. It's the wee Jowett.
What do you want a car for?
Just a spot of business. I'm taking Imelda into Aberdeen.
Really?
There you are, Phillips, old boy, down the hatch. You're beginning to look a little bit blue. Can't have you going around the wrong color, Emma. People might think you've gone over to the right.
I'll go and get my wrap.
Now, boss.
Did you get your business satisfactorily settled, Mr. Phillips?
The Earl thought it would be best to sleep on it.
Sleep on it. I see.
Bless you.
Sorry, I beg your pardon.
And that, Mrs. Dunne, is that.
You mean it's mine?
Including the ghost, who'll probably die of suffocation when you install the central heating. A bargain if ever there was one. A sacrifice. We'd a man last year offering twice as much for the property. Wanted to turn it into an asylum.
Where was he from?
An asylum.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
I think on this auspicious occasion... Oh, dear, dear, dear. Never mind. I'll get another bottle from the hotel across the way.
What, in that outfit? Don't worry, I'll go.
Fine. I've one or two details to discuss with Mr. Pettigrew.
$250,000. How much do you say that was?
As near as, damn it, £90,000.
Lend me 35 bob, will you?
35 shillings to you.
You can take it out of the £90,000.
Well, perhaps this time. But I'll be wanting 5 shillings change, mind.
Okay. And a small scotch, please. Thank you.
Lord Locharne! Lord Locharne!
You want me?
Oh, message from the lady, sir.
What lady?
She didn't give her name, sir. She said you'd know. She's waiting for you in room 57, sir. And will you come as quick as you can?
Right, thank you. Good night.
And a very good night to you, sir. Did you get the message, sir?
Oh, thank you, yes.
Room 57,
Thank
sir.
you very much.
She seemed really anxious. You should go up straight away.
Really?
In a real state she was, sir.
Was she?
Good evening, my lord.
Oh, good evening.
You got your message?
Yes, I did.
And you know the room number?
Yes, I do.
Who would have thought it?
I beg your pardon?
You, my lord, of all people.
Now, look,
Naturally, we're extremely interested.
Are you?
Yes, it caused quite a stir among the staff.
It won't by any chance be on the radio, will it?
I wouldn't be at all surprised. Boy, take his lordship up to room 57.
Sire. I knew you'd come to meet your future subjects, your loyal and faithful supporters. A handful at the moment, a mere handful. But great oaks from little acorns grow. It was a mere handful that rallied round the Pretender when he landed, and look where they ended up. Oh, well, no, perhaps not. May I present, sire, the Reverend Andrew Stewart and Mrs. Stewart. Mr. Stewart favours a march of the clans on London, with you at the head carrying a fiery cross, and following the itinerary of Charles Edward as far as Derby. But more of that anon when we formulate our plans. Mr. Hector Stewart of Duncan, Miss Fiona Stewart, Miss Catriona Stewart, and Mr. Alistair MacAlpine Stewart of the Glen. Mr. Stewart is, of course, the author of the standard work, Whither the House of Stewart.
The whiskey and my change.
Silence, sir. And now, Mr. Isaac Goldstein, a Stewart on his mother's side. You'll get to know the other zealots during the evening, but now I'm sure your lordship would like a little refreshment. And so would we all. Chief. 1, 2,
No keys.
No keys?
No keys. Menzies' window.
Menzies?
Menzies.
What the devil do you think you're playing at?
Evening, boss.
Good morning.
Storm brewing.
How right you are.
Hail to the chief who in on their advances.
Scots were here where Wallace fled, Scots for Bruce have often led. Shown a little spirit. A nice little thing, rather pale.
What kept you out all night?
Well, you can see for yourself, sir. It wasn't his sex.
Morning, boss.
Good morning.
Any breakfast going?
What little breakfast was going has gone. And so, incidentally, of Mr. Blair, Miss Miller, and Mrs. Thompson.
Suits me.
You can't sit there. I haven't done that yet.
Sorry. Did you sleep well?
You may not remember this, but at 26 minutes past 4 this morning, I had to come down and open the door for you and your little bit of delicatessen.
Sorry, I forgot my key.
So you explained with grim persistence until 5 to 5.
Well, you must admit there was something to celebrate.
I'm not in the mood for discussing any form of celebration this morning.
You know, I have a feeling that you don't believe that Imelda and I went to Mr. Pettigrew's last night.
There's no need to keep that up. And it's news to me that Mr. Pettigrew has a chambermaid with a squint called Doris.
What do you mean a squint called Doris?
I mean a chambermaid called Doris with a squint.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When I assisted you and Mrs. Dunne to negotiate the stairs this morning, the pair of you went into hysterics over a chambermaid called Doris who apparently had a severe cast in her left eye.
Now, my dear,
So, if you want me to believe that you spent the entire night with Mr. Pettigrew, why come in giggling like a couple of silly schoolgirls over the idiosyncrasies of the North Scottish Hotel's chambermaid?
You know, if you'd only sneezed during that remark, it was pompous enough even for that ghastly fellow Phillips.
It may interest you to know that last night, after listening to a program called Down Lullaby Lane, that ghastly fellow Phillips said he wished he was married to a woman like me.
And do you wish you were married to a man like him?
He may be a bronchial bore, but at least he's not a selfish, egotistical, double-crossing, tatty example of decadent Scottish aristocracy.
Boss, would you mind leaving the fruit alone for 5 minutes and taking a look at that?
You mean she's bought Locharne?
What do you think?
For $250,000?
Beat us down from 300.
For Locharne?
And all outbuildings and tenements and turrets appertaining.
She must have been sozzled.
On the contrary, we didn't have a drink till after the deal was signed.
I can't believe it.
Now, look, boss, you've got to believe something. You can't go through life being a doubting Thomasina.
I'm sorry.
Sorry? You ought to be cock-a-hoop.
I mean, I'm sorry about not believing you.
Well, I explained the whole thing to you last night if you hadn't been so hoity-toity.
I wasn't hoity-toity.
Oh, yes, you were hoity-toity. I've never seen anyone hoitier or toitier. Boss, steady on, boss.
When does the new Chatelaine take over?
End of the month.
Where will you go?
Cuba.
Why?
Always wanted to go to Cuba.
Well, why Cuba?
Well, if you had a chance to go to Cuba and you wanted to go to Cuba, you'd go to Cuba, wouldn't you?
Yes, I suppose.
Fine. Ring the travel bureau right away and book 2 passages, will you? That is, if you'd like to come. And tell me what an even slower boat than the one that goes to China.
Oh, bless you.
Don't bless me, boss. Bless Dunne's Denver delicatessen.
Oh. Hello? Yes, this is Locharne Castle. Certainly, I'll see that it's collected. Thank you. Has the number 57 any special significance for you?
Baked beans.
Anything else?
I don't think so. Why?
That was the North Scottish Hotel. The lady who was with you last night left a gold cigarette case in room 57, and apparently it was found this morning by the chambermaid. Squint or no squint?
Now listen, boss, I can explain everything.
If there's one thing in the world I detest, it's being lied to.
Now, just a minute.
Especially when it's not necessary. You flatter yourself if you think I care a hoot whether you spend every night gadding about with Colorado cuties, because I don't.
Well, there's no need to lose your temper.
I have no intention of losing my temper. There are only 2 qualities you possess in any quantity, selfishness and charm. And just because you happen to have a little charm, you're an even more successful cheat than your sheep-stealing
Now, wait a
ancestors.
minute. Who am I supposed to have cheated?
Me. Not that that matters. I'm used to it. Mr. Phillips, letting him think he's going to get Locharne when all the time you're doing a deal with Mrs. Dunne.
Now, look, boss. Phillips is a government official. Getting the better of a government official isn't cheating. It's human nature.
And what about your precious Imelda? I suppose you told her that Locharne is due for requisitioning.
No, I didn't.
Charming. She pays $250,000 for this symphony and glazed brick, only to find poor woman.
Poor woman? You seem very concerned all of a sudden for the poor woman.
I'm not in the least concerned. I just dislike seeing even Mrs. Dunne done.
We don't know that it's going to be requisitioned. If Phillips is buying up all the coal cures in the village after only one night in the place, he probably won't requisition.
If the authorities find out you've been trying to dodge requisitioning, you can bet they will requisition. Civil servants don't like being crossed, and they hate being double-crossed.
Well, you see, boss, I thought you'd have a word with him. Persuade him not to.
I'll certainly have a word with him. I'll also have a word with Mrs. Dunne when she shakes herself free from her hangover.
Good morning.
Morning, Imelda.
This a private file?
I hear you've bought Locharne, Mrs. Dunne.
That's right.
I hope you'll be very happy.
Well, thank you very much.
Are you interested in miners' welfare?
I'll tell her, boss.
I think I should. I'm sure Mrs. Dunne would prefer an accurate version.
I said I'll tell her, boss. Would you mind clearing out?
I'll certainly clear out. We've never had any sort of an agreement. I believe it's supposed to be a month's notice. But would it matter if I went today?
Suits me.
Then goodbye.
Me oh my.
I'm afraid she thinks that you and I, well, you know, last night.
Does it matter?
Well, I just realized that it matters rather a lot. Imelda.
Uh-huh.
There's something I didn't tell you at Pettigrew's last night.
Oh? What's that?
There's a possibility, a very vague possibility. I don't imagine for a moment it'll happen, but there is a possibility that this place might be taken over.
Taken over? Who buys?
Phillips, the coal board wanted for a hostel.
Well, it's too bad they can't have it. I just bought it.
Actually, they can. Emergency restriction 227B of 1066 and all that.
You didn't think to mention this at the lawyers.
I'm sorry, I should have.
Oh, that's okay.
Is it?
Sure. I'll just take the check back, please.
The check?
You heard me.
Supposing I paid it into the bank this morning.
Wouldn't have mattered. It's post-dated the 1st of next month.
So it is.
You persuade that coal salesman to change his mind, and it's a deal. Until then, I'll take care of the check.
Do you mind if I have one last lingering look?
What's so intriguing about it?
Nothing. Well, it's a number of nothings, actually. That, if I'm not mistaken, is the mating call of the coal board.
Hello, Mr. Phillips. How's the coal?
I'm completely stuffed up.
Oh, you never should have left that nice warm bed of yours.
Have you ever slept in the bed in the back duff room?
Don't be silly. How could she? You were in it.
I'd like to get our little business settled now, so I hope I've not kept you. I've been to the village to buy some Friar's Bodson. They asked me at the post office to bring up the bail.
Bring up the what?
The bail.
Oh, yes, the bail, yes.
I've had rather a distressing communication myself.
Oh, don't tell me they've knocked a shilling a hundredweight off the price of nuts.
No. I was due for upgrading.
Up what?
Promotion.
Oh, promotion, yes, promotion.
Tell me I've been passed over in favor of a younger man.
Oh, too bad.
I don't mind telling you I'm fed up with the coal board.
Yes, well, you're not alone in that.
If I had another job to go to, I'd reside here and now.
Really? Excuse me one moment, Mr. Phillips. Now then, Phillips, old chap, there's only one place for anyone with a cold like yours, and that's bed.
You gotta sweat it out, boy.
The best stuff, Rob.
A couple of hot water bottles and a nice hot toddy.
No, thank you. I intend to leave this place as soon as the future of this property has been decided.
That's exactly what I'm getting at. Mees, Jessie, come along now, Phillips, old chap. There you are. Nice hot water. Just what the doctor ordered. Down you go. That's the style.
I'm afraid I'm putting you out.
What was that?
I said I'm afraid I'm putting you out.
Yes, well, that remains to be seen. Now, I take it you don't find Locharne such a highly desirable residence after all.
At the moment, I find it a highly undesirable residence.
So you won't be going on with this crazy idea of turning Locharne into a hostel?
Oh, yes.
You mean you will requisition?
Certainly.
Get in there.
I just had the craziest idea.
What was it?
Well, if I had been able to settle down here, I'd have needed someone around to help me run the place.
You mean a sort of estate agent?
Oh, more than that. Someone in complete charge. I offered the job to Miss Trent, but she said no.
More a man's job, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I guess so.
What sort of salary were you thinking of offering?
No, for the right person, around $8,000 or $9,000.
But that's as much as some cabinet ministers get.
Don't be silly. She doesn't want a cabinet minister running her home. She wants to enjoy herself.
The crazy thing is, I really need someone like Mr. Phillips.
Mrs. Dunne, you surprise me. What you're suggesting is the worst possible form of private enterprise.
Would you mind keeping out of this?
Under your tongue, that's it.
Mrs. Dunne, am I to understand you're offering me the job?
You don't mean you'd be interested?
What about the dear old coal board?
Damn the coal board.
Phillips, what a thing to say, and with winter coming on. Whoa.
What is it?
You're on your target.
Only one thing. There's one very big snag.
Snag?
Yeah. Now that I can't get Locharne, I'm going to have to find some other place to live. That may not be easy.
Difficult.
It may take time.
Yes.
In fact, I may never find it.
So true.
So, now that I can't get Locharne, I guess I'll just have to forget the whole thing and go right back to Denver.
Mr. Phillips.
Hello?
Mrs. Dunne said that now that she can't get Locharne, she might have to forget the whole thing and go back to Denver.
Mrs. Dunne.
Yes?
If I were to accept the appointment you offer, and I'd be very happy to do so, I could accompany my resignation to the board with an adverse report on Locharne.
Rather hard on the dear old board, don't you think?
Your Grace.
Paging me.
I really meant to send in an adverse report in any case. I only decided to requisition because you were so determined to avoid it. Mrs. Dunne, where would you like me to start?
I have the date right here. The 1st of the month.
Thank you, Mrs. Dunne.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're going somewhere?
Edinburgh?
Oh. Well, you let us know where you are, won't you?
Do you want to know?
Want to know where to send things on and so on?
Oh, yes, of course. I'll probably stay there a few days with friends.
Oh, yes, the Watsons.
Yes.
Is he better now?
Well, he's still on a diet.
It was timely, wasn't it?
Yes,
Tell him I was asking after him, won't you?
certainly.
And Mrs. Watson.
Yes, of course.
And the children.
They haven't any. Oh, by the way, I thought I'd leave you this. It must be worth at least 3 and 6.
Isn't it yours?
Well, it's joint property. We won it in the 3-legged race of Banter Sports. Remember?
Boss, I'm going to ask you something I've been wanting to ask you before, but couldn't. But this check has made it possible. I suppose you wouldn't by any conceivable chance like to marry me. You've been around so long, boss, I'm afraid I've rather taken you for granted. It's only when you're in danger of losing something that you realize how much it means. You wouldn't, would you?
What happened in the North Scottish Hotel?
You know, I had an idea you were going to ask me that.
Was that woman in room 57?
She certainly was.
You were?
Sure. Along with Miss Nicholson and a couple of dozen very hairy Jacobites. I'm just going to introduce myself to the rest of the staff. Well, how many did you say there were?
Most of them on holiday.
Oh.
the most terrible things happened. What are you doing to Miss Trent? Oh, I see. I've made the most ghastly blunder.
What is it?
Well, will you ever forgive me? I find you're not in the direct line of succession.
Don't tell me that I've been in the wrong queue.
Last night, at least just before dawn, I had a visitation from Ermyntrude. She's such a dear and so conscientious. But look here. You remember that branch of the family tree which had been chopped off and then lost? Well, this is it. Ermyntrude has found it. And when I put it in its proper place, it proves beyond all contradiction that the crown should go to the Cacubrishire Locharne and not the Locharne. Oh, it's a tremendous disappointment. But I'm afraid you're not the rightful King of Scotland after all, and I'd so long to see you crowned.
Quite a few people have longed to see that. But surely the Cacubrishire Locharne, isn't he very old?
Oh, extremely. I've ascertained that he'll be 97 next month.
Then you haven't a moment to lose, Miss Nicholson.
No, I haven't a moment to lose. I must start packing at once. Miss Trent, can you help me? Oh, of course, you're otherwise engaged. Oh, Ermyntrude, you will. How very sweet of you, my dear. You know, I've taken quite a fancy to you. Would you care to come along with me as my companion? You wouldn't mind being at the top of the house, would you? And I do know quite a good medium who might well introduce you to other little ghosts of your own class. Shy wee thing. I'll have to find a little boy ghost to console her.
Will you mind very much not being a queen?
I'll get used to it.